Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good day to my beloved panel. My name is Muhammad Hazim bin Muhammad Rumzi. Today I would like to present my final year project, which is development of thermoelectric generator waste heat recovery test bench with performance analysis. My supervisor is Professor Madya Dr. Wan Ahmad Najmi Wan Muhammad. Basically, this project is about explores a new design of recovering waste heat and electricity using a combination of heat pipes and thermoelectric generator (HPTEG) together with two separate air ducts. The HPTEG system based on thermoelectric generator, which are sandwiched between two copper blocks connected to 8 fin heat pipes with two heat sinks in order to achieve a temperature gradient across the TEG for thermoelectricity. The test bench requires comprehensive instrument for data measurement due to the detailed performance analysis. Hence, this project proposes measuring and collecting all necessary parameters for electrical and heat transfer analysis. Experimental analysis will be carried out under different operation conditions in order to evaluate the performance of TEG module. The introduction or background for this project is more than two-thirds of the energy used is lost to the atmosphere as waste heat in most process industries. Current energy conversion systems lack the efficiency to prevent leakage of this thermal energy. With widespread concern over recent increase in oil price, society has focused on technologies that can reduce fossil fuel consumption and minimize the greenhouse effect. Industrial waste heat reuse will save money and reflects an energy-efficient industry activity. Most industrial waste heat, however, is poor quality and low temperature. As such, recuperating or using a conventional heat engine is difficult. A steam turbine in an electric power plant, for example. This has sparked a strong desire among researchers to design a passively working heat transfer device so that minimal drop in temperature can be achieved when recovering waste heat from low temperature. There are several of readily available heat recovery systems on market, that is, convecting type recuperators, heat wheels, and economizer. Most of the systems require auxiliary force to move the heat transfer fluid during their operation, such as pump or compressor. Those systems, therefore, require additional input of electrical energy and frequent maintenance. The heat pipe has a compact design, is lightweight, and does not have moving components. It allows for the evaporation of its working fluid under vacuum pressure at low temperatures. So basically, this is a figure of a single module of the heat pipe thermoelectric generator. Next is problem statement. Thermoelectric generators are less efficient than any of other technology for converting electricity. This means less of the power is converted to electricity for the same amount of thermal energy input to the generator. It is less of a problem for applications like waste heat recovery, where heat is free. Thermoelectric generators may in some applications have a higher initial cost per watt of electrical power output than some technologies for energy conversion. Lifetime cost per watt, however, can be lower. Depending on the application, initial cost of a thermoelectric generator amortized over the long life of a thermoelectric generator will minimize the cost of lifetime compared with other technologies. Low maintenance cost is another factor that lowers the lifetime cost of a thermoelectric generator. There is a fair amount of information about the production of thermoelectric generator modules. A downside, however, is that the design and engineering knowledge needed a successful application of thermoelectric generators to an application is uncommon. This inhibits wider adoption because of lower efficiency and high-cost applications. Despite all the problems and disadvantages, thermoelectric generator is still widely used because other converting technology still has their flaws. These are the objectives of my final year project: to develop new prototype of thermoelectric generator of waste heat recovery. Next, test the efficiency analytics of thermoelectric generator. For literature review, in the School of Aerospace, Mechanical and Industrial Engineering, RMIT University, a design of power generation system using heat pipe and thermoelectric generators was developed specifically for waste heat recovery based on counterflow type system. The device consists of TEG sandwiched between two copper blocks containing 4 heat pipes to transfer the heat from the lower duct to heat up one side of the TEG and then discharge the heat to the upper duct to cool down the other side of the TEG. The fans mounted at the inlet of the two ducts promotes the air flowing through the canal. The variable speed ventilator is mounted at the upper duct inlet while the fixed speed fan is located at the lower duct inlet to heat up an incoming air to the heat pipes. The heat source in the lower duct is supplied with a variable temperature heater mounted next to the fixed speed ventilator. The temperature difference between the TEG would result in generation of electricity due to the temperature gradient due to the heat transfer from lower and upper ducts of the device. In addition, the system would likely allow for a high waste recovery ratio because the temperature flowing air over a lower heat pipe is increased by the upper heat pipe preheated air. There are many examples of previous studies, such as Singh and others. For example, exploit TEG power generation by using a completely passive heat pipe system to extract stored heat from a solar pond. This work provided 3.2 watt from 16 TEG modules while maintaining the varying temperature across the modules at 27 degrees Celsius. Kim and others have TEG mounted on the IC engine refrigeration system for passenger vehicle. The system max power output was 75 watt. The measured module efficiency was 2.1% and the total electrical power generation output was 0.3% in an 80 km per hour cruising driving mode. Kim used hot exhaust gas from hybrid vehicle to study the thermoelectric power generation. The heat pipe and thermoelectric cell were used to remove heat from a small surface area of hot exhaust pipe. To maximum performance, the addition of 10 more heat pipes was planned to provide an expanded surface. For an evaporator surface temperature of 170 degrees Celsius, this device produced 350 watt. A variable conductance heat pipe (VCHP) was used by Goncalves and others to control high temperature from exhaust gas on the engine. Also, this heat pipe was used to control the operating temperature of TEG. The system was expected to produce 550 watt of electrical output for an input power greater than 30 kilowatt. Next, Zhao and others developed a hybrid system that combined a DCFC, a thermoelectric generator, and a regenerator. The hybrid system was able to achieve an equivalent maximum power density of 50% greater than a conventional DCFC system. Stevens studied the output factors of thermoelectric generator at ground to air. It has been found that the installation of fins on both air side and ground side heat exchanger could minimize thermal resistance. Research and others have developed a liquid-to-liquid thermoelectric generator test rig to leverage waste heat availability. This research established a connection to link the condition of thermal input to maximum output. A theoretical and experimental study of a hybrid solar water heating and thermoelectric power generation system was carried out by Date and others. It was found that the heat flux of 5000 watt per meter square would heat up hot water up to 80 degrees Celsius. The machine can also produce 3.02 volt open circuit voltage over a TEG at a temperature difference of 75 degrees Celsius. Basically, these studies examined only electricity generation using TEG and none of them considered recovering the heat generated from the cold side of TEG for the other use. This is an example of the module. On the left side, we have half module. On the right side, we have fully module. This is the methodology for my final year project. We begin with start, and then we define problem and component. Next, we do literature review and do about the previous research about this study. After that, data gathering and analysis, and then model development and experimentation. After that, we start to prototype, fabrication, and assembly all of the experimental project. And then performance testing. If we fail, we need to modify it on the prototype fabrication and assembly. If we pass the performance testing, and then our objective of this final year project is achieved. Lastly, expected result. It can measure the mathematical model to assess the optimal settings of the TAG device of full-scale perspective. Next, the prototype of the latest TAG bench will be developed and tested before the production and assembly process starts using computer software. With all of those theoretical estimation, the actual experiment data obtained for performance analysis of the test bench will be roughly equal or same. That's all from my presentation today. I hope you can give me feedback about my presentation so that I can improve it in the future. Thank you.